Hello and welcome to the Oviedo High School 8th grade registration presentation. The goal of this video is to help upcoming freshmen and their families understand more about Oviedo High School and correctly register for their classes for next year. I'm Mrs. Vosburg, one of the counselors, and I will be your narrator throughout this journey. If you are watching this from home, feel free to pause the video at any time. Let's get started. Here are some things that might be different from your middle school. We have a 7-period day that repeats the same classes each day. We usually have about 2,400 to 2,600 students on our campus, which is probably much bigger than your middle school. You have 5 minutes between classes to move around campus, as well as a 10-minute break between second and third periods. We have 2 lunches that are determined by your 5th period class. There are 8 classroom buildings, 2 gyms, and 1 cafeteria called the Commons as it hosts different events. Our school is headed up by our principal, Dr. Daniel. We have 4 assistant principals, 3 school administration managers to handle academics, testing, and behavior, an instructional coach, and an athletic director. Basically, we have someone to help handle all areas of our school to keep it running smoothly. Here are some things that might be the same as middle school, but are more important in high school. Attendance is a huge predictor of success. The more you attend, the better you do. If you miss more than 9 days in a semester, you will lose credit for that course. This can result in you having to take the class again in summer school. Not surprisingly, all of your grades count in high school. They count from your first day in 9th grade until your last day in 12th. Each grade is averaged from both quarters to produce a semester 1 or semester 2 grade. Your GPA will change each semester based on how you perform. If you fail an elective, you will have to take a replacement credit. If you fail a core course, you will have to redo it virtually or in summer school. Your counselor will communicate to you and your family if you do fail, but it is up to you and your family to keep track of your grades. Doing poorly freshman year can affect the rest of your time at Oviedo, so be smart about your class choices. Pick things that you like and in which you can be successful. Skyward is the best way to keep track of your grades, assignments, and attendance. It provides you and your families a way to see how you are doing and reach out to your teacher or counselor if you have concerns. Our teachers use eCampus for makeup work, lectures, notes, and to turn in assignments, so become familiar with the layout and functionality of it. Download the apps. Oviedo has a program of emphasis in biotechnology. This is an elective open to anyone or can be a transfer option for students who are interested in biotechnology. There is a separate application that you need to pick up after the presentation. Advanced Placement or AP classes are college equivalent courses that are taken at Oviedo. At the end of the course, you take an exam that can allow you to earn college credit. Freshmen can take 1 class, AP Human Geography. If you want to take this class, you should know how to study well and often, read and review articles and textbooks 30 minutes a night, engage with classmates and your teacher. You will be in charge of notebook and in-class activities, take quizzes, chapter readings, unit tests, and cumulative exams. More information will be provided on this during our curriculum and AP night. There is also a special WE service section where students will volunteer their time and read an additional book. There is a separate application that you can pick up after the presentation. Our guidance or student services team is second to none. These 7 ladies will work with you and your families throughout your time at Oviedo. We sort by last name alphabetically, so take a moment to see who your counselor is going to be. You keep the same counselor all 4 years. High school is your last stop before entering the adult world. Because of that, there are certain requirements you have to meet in order to graduate. This is the same at all Seminole County high schools. You must complete 26 required credits. Many students graduate with more, but there are certain classes in certain areas you have to take to graduate. 26 credits of electives will not get you there. Your unweighted grade point average must be a 2.0 or higher. For reference, A's are worth 4 points, B's are worth 3 points, C's are worth 2 points, and D's are worth 1 point. Honors and AP dual enrollment classes have higher weights because they require more work. F's are not worth any points, and even 1 can dramatically affect your GPA. This is why it is in your best interest to pick the right classes for you and try your hardest in each of them. If you have been in Florida for most or all of your schooling, FSA should sound familiar. However, FSA is going away and will be replaced by a new ELA requirement. In high school, students must pass the ELA test or earn a concordant score on the ACT or SAT as a graduation requirement. Students must also pass the Algebra 1 end-of-course exam, which some of you might take in 8th grade instead. Students can also earn a concordant score on the ACT or SAT to meet this requirement. Many testing opportunities are provided to students to meet these requirements if they do not pass the first time. High school has certain classes that have end-of-course exams in them that are required. They are biology, geometry, and U.S. history. If you want a higher level diploma, you need to pass them. Also, earning a high score on an EOC can raise your overall grade in the course since it counts as 30% of your final grade. This is one that can surprise students, but you must take at least one online course during your high school time to show computer proficiency. The class can be any course offered through virtual school, and there are many to choose from. At this time, beyond the standard diploma option, there are 4 different diplomas that students can earn, and they are not mutually exclusive. If a student is ambitious and a good planner, it is conceivable that they could earn all of the diploma designations listed. Your school counselor can help you plan if you have more questions. The minimum diploma graduation requirement for Seminole County is 26 credits completed over 4 years. I will pause here to give you a chance to look them over, but we will go over more in depth what you have to take for 9th grade in a few minutes. Now we are getting to the most important part of the presentation, deciding on classes and signing up for your requests. You all may have gotten some practice in planning by taking iJourney or other computer courses in middle school. The reason for that is post-high school planning starts now. You should have a rough idea of what direction you want to head after high school, and the classes you choose can help you move towards that more successfully. Here are some suggestions for the different areas where you can land after high school. College, tech or trade school, the military, or the workforce. As mentioned earlier, there are certain classes that students have to take each year, and freshman year is no exception. You have to take English, math, and science. For English standard, you have to read high-interest books, have about 1 hour of homework per week, work collaboratively with scaffolding from the teacher, and you cover the standards at a slower pace. For honors students, you will read notable works, have about 2 hours of homework per week, work collaboratively and focus on discussions, and dig deeper into the analysis of the text, looking at how the real world and other mediums interconnect. For math, Algebra 1 is the lowest 9th grade level math for students who earned a C, D, or F in pre-algebra. Algebra 1 Honors is for students who earned an A or B in pre-algebra or who want to retake 8th grade Algebra 1 with a grade of a C, D, or F. Geometry Standard or Honors must have taken and passed Algebra 1 to be eligible for this option. For science, standard biology requires interacting with the textbook and comprehension skills. about 1 hour of homework per week, usually from assignments that were not completed during class time, working collaboratively in lab groups, using labs to connect biological concepts to the real world, extra activities to help connect vocabulary to concepts, and less standards at a slower pace. For honors biology, you have more standards to cover and further depth of knowledge for each, more in-depth labs with higher order thinking skills, about 2 hours of homework per week. Students are expected to work collaboratively in lab groups and have productive scientific conversations, extra written portions on tests and quizzes. Whew! Sounds like honors is for those students who want that little bit of extra push and a little bit of extra homework. For your electives, we have a lot of choices. This is the only year you do not have to take a social studies course. It is recommended to do so if you want to go to college. It's also a good choice to get started in a CTE course to gain some other strong skills and earn a merit diploma upon graduation. All of this can be found on your curriculum guide cheat sheet. The course request form is an online document through Google. If a student does not complete one, it is up to the counselor to create a schedule. This can result in students being stuck in classes they do not want to take. Please make sure to take this form seriously. It is suggested that you sit down with your parent or guardian to plan your classes. Take the time to look over the curriculum guide cheat sheet and do your plannings there so you are prepared to fill out the form online. The two biggest things are to make sure to put in a working and checked email address for both you and your parent or guardian, and pick enough classes you like so your schedule reflects you. Here are upcoming dates that are very important, so mark your calendars. January 27th is our curriculum and AP night. Students and their families can come to Oviedo, check out the campus, and learn more about the academics or other activities we have going on around our campus. February 18th is the priority deadline for completing your schedule request online. If you fail to complete this form, classes will be chosen for you and a schedule change may not be possible. This means that your school counselor, who hasn't even met you yet, will be picking your classes for your first year of high school. Take the time and complete the form. You may complete the form after February 18th, but it is preferred that you complete it by this date to guarantee a better selection of choices for your classes. On behalf of Oviedo High School, we cannot wait for you to join us next year. Until then, go Lions!